Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. And as many of you have asked for important topics for T4-Spring Boot MCQ and Handson, so I have prepared few slides based on the questions asked in previous few cycle, and I can guarantee many of the questions will cover and will be asked from this topic only. So let's start this video. First one is Spring Boot annotations. So if you had given T4-Spring Boot MCQ exam in previous cycle, you already know that 10 to 12 questions have asked from this topic. So annotation is going to be the very important in the Spring Boot MCQ exam. And second one, microservice architecture. So it is second important topic for MCQ exam. Like 2 to 3 questions will be asked from this topic. Third one is Spring Boot dependency, like they will ask which dependency to add based upon what condition. Like if you want to integrate database, which dependency you should use. If you want to integrate authentication authorization, which dependency you should use, etc. like this. Okay. And logging and caching is very important, like how to enable login and caching in Spring Boot. 1 to 2 questions have asked from this topic. Fifth one, ORM and database connectivity, like if you are going to integrate database, how you should configure the proper application.properties file, which entity you should use, which annotation you will which layer of Spring Boot application will fetch data from the database. Sixth one, authorization and authentication. You should know every part of JWT token, okay, which part is used for signature. So 1 to 2 questions will be asked from this. And also I made one video over the Spring Boot MCQ exam questions which is asked in November cycle. So if you want to watch this, it is in the description box. You can go and watch there what will be the real exam questions is asked in November cycle. Coming to the topic, seventh one is Spring MVC and JPA Spring Boot architecture. You should know what will be the file architecture for Spring Boot application. What is role of controller class, what is role of service class, what is role of repository class, which file is configured when using database integration, what is difference between application.properties and application.yaml file. So 2 to 3 questions have asked from this topic. Again, next one, Spring Boot design pattern. So 2 to 3 questions in previous cycle have asked from factory method and builder pattern. So you can also go with that, but not so in deep. And CRUD operation, you should know how to implement create, update, put and delete operation in Spring Boot application. Spring AI, one question have asked from this topic. And from core Java, they will not ask much questions, like in previous cycle only 2 questions are there from core Java. One is from overloading and overriding, and one is from abstraction. So you have to revise only basic concept of core Java, not so in deep. You can revise stream, what were the features in Java 8, you can go with that. So these are topics which are important in MCQ exam. And let's come to hands-on part. And over the previous 2 to 3 cycles, they have only asked JWT authentication with CRUD API implementation. So you have 2 different user, and you have to implement role based authorization and authentication using create, read, update and delete API over the data. So you have a full stack questions over this. So make sure you have to practice JWT authentication with CRUD API. You can also attend the mock assessment for this exam available in Nomi portal over the Wings1 communication timeline, and you will get same type of questions in exam. Okay, so they will surely ask JWT authentication plus API implementation, so don't forget to practice it. And that's all for MCQ and hands-on exam. Now come to preparation part, like where to prepare for MCQ. I have created one playlist of Spring Boot MCQ series over the membership. Link is in the description box. You can also access many questions over these topics, scenario based questions. I have almost covered all topics, and you can also prepare from other resources from the internet. Many websites are there. Okay, and for hands-on, you should practice JWT authentication plus CRUD API implementation very well, so in order to clear a hands-on assessment. That's it for the important topic for MCQ and hands-on exam. If you have any doubt, ask me in comment section, and stay tuned for latest Wings1 update, and thanks for watching.